before I introduce Prof. Philip to all of us, all right, let me talk about Project X Space. Right, this X Space is our collaborative classroom. And this collaborative classroom is purposely designed to facilitate diverse learning experience for our students. As you can see here, the environment is very collaborative. All right, it's very engaging. And we started this X Space project in May this year. We completed the first X Space. Later I'm going to share with you some feedback from students also. I show you the feedback from students last semester. X Space 1, all right, students' feedback. After about 10 weeks, the students used the X Space. Well, we conducted a survey to ask students about their feedback. And here to share with you some feedback from them. Number one is we talk about using X Space is a good idea. From 1 is completely disagree, and then up to 7 is completely agree. You can see how students feel about this X Space. And using X Space increases my productivity. Talk about 5 X Space useful in learning. Impression is positive. Okay. I want all lessons to be taught using X Space. Some of them, they say no. Some they say yes. All right, majority say yes, like 5, 6, 7. X Space makes study more interesting. I have the necessary devices. All right, meaning we would like them to bring their own device. I like them to bring their own device to the X Space. I would like to use the X Space in the next semester. Okay, and the last one is I like studying in the X Space. Okay, these are students' feedback. And how about their written comments? We received some positive comments, some negative comments from students. Okay, positive comments are, they say, this classroom encouraged discussions, involvement, new experience during tutorial class. Okay, the students mentioned about help them to be able to work in a group collectively. And this is what we want them to learn in a collaborative manner during the tutorial classes and help them to share ideas. The classroom can, because they're able to share ideas, that's why they can get things done easily, quickly. All right, and then they say, agreed, all right, students are now more concentrating when tutorial classes is conducted in this manner. And they're able to discuss, present the answer, make them understand better about the syllabus. All right, and then now they are able to know their friends better because now they do in a group. They love the chairs. They say it's comfortable. All right, they no need to walk anymore. All right, when you ask them, okay, come and see me, they'll just sit on their chair and then drag and they come and see you. Okay, all right. They say monitors around them make study easier. All right, for group discussions. They love they like the round table. All right, because it's allowed proper discussions to be conducted compared to the traditional classrooms. Allow them to communicate more efficiently. All right, nice environment, encourage discussions again. All right, instead of passive way of learning. All right, instead of passive way of learning, they are able to express their opinion. All right, later during the workshop, you're going to see also how you're able to express your opinion through the use of technologies. Okay, wonderful experience for them. They're able to learn from each other. All right. Instead of writing on the whiteboard, you see, and take times to erase and write again. All these things, you can actually use some technologies and ask them to actually do it on the spot, using your own computer. Allow them to share ideas, opinions, all right? And only one person need to type the info. That's why you see in the group work, we share idea and you are the one that help me to summarize it. At the end, you just send the file to us, all right? Then normally they put it up in Facebook and then everyone can share it. More fun, all right, to interact with lecturers and students. They can do presentation without having to move to the front of the class. You want them to present, they can just stand up there and then present it. All right, no need to connect it, waste time. Okay, instead of stand in front of the normal class, right, sometimes may be hard for some students to see also. Okay, but the TV is around them. Okay, these are some positive feedback. How about negative feedback? Of course, they say, okay, it's only one classrooms. All right, it's not fair. My friends got the chance to use. I don't have the chance to use. And then certain class use X Space, certain class use traditional classrooms. Some technical issue, yes. We foresee next week also will be some technical issues. So you feedback to us so that we know and then we'll troubleshoot for you also. All right, especially like the students connect it to the computers but no image come out. All right, some technical issues also. Okay, some of them they say, I don't like the classroom because it seems that when the lecturers talk about, now I'm explaining, right? I don't expect all of you to see me because you can see the screen, right? So they say it's like not respectful to the lecturers. You see, not. All right. I hope you're okay when you conduct classes. Students don't look at you. I think you're okay, lah. All right, as long as they. Okay.
Sorry. When assuming a student there is presenting, it's in his one, Can that also be flashed to that?
Yes. That's why now if you are presenting, that's why we have a remote control to select which one to be our broadcast.
But it focuses all the TV lah. It's not just that and that.
No. No, it's broadcast to all.
It's a broadcast lah.
It's a broadcast,
it's not
yes.
From one TV it goes to that.
Because you want the whole class to see.
But we can off the video.
Yeah, you can switch. If you don't want to see, you can switch to.
Because they might be working on theirs, and then these people might show it.
But when you show, you want everyone to look at it also. Unfamiliar usage of XSpace has caused some classes to be slightly delayed. I think beginning first few weeks, yeah lah. All right, sure. Maybe we are not familiar. We don't know which button to then you call Donnie, and then take some time or so. Okay. All right. But explain to students lah. This is our first time they're using it, and if you want, I would suggest you before your class, maybe you try to learn how to use it first, rather than you make all these mistakes in front of students. But to me, I'm okay lah. Let students laugh at you lah. Because we are learning together also, or you can ask them to guide you also. Internet speed. Some of them mentioned about misuse. Yes, because we encourage them to bring their own device, so they misuse. You see, they say, they go to Facebook, right? People like to spin around the chairs. You see, lazy to walk, so they are not walking anymore in this class. So they no need to walk. They zoom across the classroom and they go to the social network site, watch YouTube video. All these things we are able to prevent it if we have a proper activities for them. You don't ask them to bring a device. At the end, you keep talking. At the end, I think you are accessing to some other check emails already, because I don't have activities for you to do. But if you have activities for them, I think they need to do some work. Sure, they are not going to go to the Facebook already. I think this is something that we need to highlight. I think this is something that we need to take note also. This one. You see, they say classroom activities need to be improved. You have a very nice environment, but the activities are very lame. You have a nice environment, but the lecturers keep talking. Old methods, and then what is the point of having a nice classrooms? And they mentioned about dirty, I think, okay, and then the cable is not enough lah. Of course, each of the table we only provide the charging point, right? Only 4 only. Ask them to take turns to charge their battery. Okay, so basically these are the feedback from the students, and I'll show you one video. I'll show you one video about the students' feedback. This one I produced.
I think that this class is very awesome. I kind of look forward to attend this class every Friday, because in this class I can share all my information with my friends.
So the way I see it is that this XSpace class is a perfect way to incorporate this technology into our everyday studies. So I think that Taylor's is definitely doing the right step by incorporating this and moving into the new frontier.
It's better to conduct classes this way than the old school way where students only listen to the lecturer instead of interacting among each other.
I think the classroom design allows students to participate wholeheartedly in the class activities, and the furniture they provide is very suitable for the student. It allows the student to move around and engage in their classroom activities.
Okay, I think that XSpace is a very good experience for me. I have never been to such a modern class before, where everything is very high tech, where I'm surrounded with all kind of television. And when I'm doing presentation, right, I feel the mood. I really have the mood to do the presentation, and I can really boost up my confidence. Therefore, I think that XSpace is a very good decision for a Taylor to make it here.
I personally think that the XSpace class is interactive and the seating arrangement is unique, that it's easier for us to do a group discussion. And because since the TVs are like connected right to our laptops, so every time if you want to do like a presentation, it's much easier.
We have our own plug points in the classroom. When you compare to the classroom last time, we don't have to snatch for plug points anymore. And then we can connect our laptops to the computer and we can share our information with all of our classmates. We don't have to read it out loud to everyone anymore.
From the video, right, the classroom now is is actually a noisy classroom. You don't expect a very quiet classroom anymore, and we allow students to do their work and we facilitate the discussions. All right, so our role need to be changed, and so now I'll go back to this. Okay, like I just mentioned to you, all right, this is actually the second time we invited Prof. Wong, all right, to conduct a workshop for us. I attended his workshop in May, right, and I enjoyed the workshop. What impressed me the most is how he merged the physical face-to-face interaction with virtual world. All right, see, all the training materials that you need for this workshop, all is available in Times. Right, so he's able to conduct a 3-hour workshop without any paper, all right, by using different types of technologies. One of it is our LMS. Later, you're going to see how we use the discussion forums to conduct the classes, how you actually learned from each other, all right, and also learn from the world also by accessing to the internet. This is what we want. This is what we want our students to learn from the expert, myself, example, all right, from the internet, from the world, and also from their peers also. Okay, all right, and you're going to learn also. You see, I put it here: the multiple applications of XSpace. How to design the new learning experience to our students through like problem-based learning, all right, through a flipped classroom later also, all right. All this we are going to learn in this 2.5 hours workshop also. Okay, all right. Let's welcome Prof. Phillips to come in.
Thank you for coming for this workshop. I know this is your mid-semester break before you start again, and for us it's very hard to get our time today. So thank you for coming. And interesting, while I was listening to him, he was saying that, oh, the students say the rooms are fantastic, everything is fine, but activities are not relevant. So today's session, a lot will be about how would you design activities. That is our problem as a lecturer. Just to talk a little bit about myself, actually I did this project. Started the project in NIE, the National Institute of Education. NIE, in case you do not know, is the sole teacher training institute in Singapore. Means we train all the teachers in Singapore from primary school, secondary school, JC, heads of departments, principals. We offer the whole range of programs from bachelor's program to PhD programs from there as well. So we have about 450 faculty staff, quite a big college or part of the university. And we are part of the bigger university, the Nanyang Technological University. You know there are 2 major universities in Singapore. One is NUS. NUS doesn't have Faculty of Education. So NTU has the Faculty of Education, which we are called National Institute of Education there. Okay? So we train, every year we graduate about 2,000 to 2,005 teachers for the workforce, for the teaching workforce from there. So that's why. And then we started with this project about a few years back with 2 classrooms. Something like what you'll try at XSpace 1, XSpace 2. So we also did that as well. And when we did that, we find then the lecturers complained, 2 classrooms, you call, how to get in? It's impossible to use it. So the director said, okay, let's try 6 classrooms. So we added 4 more. And every time we do one, we change a bit here and there kind of things. Always there's always improvement from there, right? So we improve on it from there. So after 6 classrooms, you believe it, now 70 classrooms. All our classrooms are like this. This is, I mean, we believe the director pumped in quite a few $1 million for this project from there. They're all our 70 tutorial rooms. Our level 1 are all the tutorial rooms. So all the tutorial rooms are like this. All we sit, may not be so big, we have a smaller table, but we have same concept. I can show a video afterwards about this kind of things. Now the second part, problem. How do I use the classroom for this? How do I design the activities for this? So that is the problem which we are trying also to move the 450 faculty staff into this area of redesigning the way they teach. You can there's a window over there. There's always a window there. Sometimes you walk around with peeping. My director says, I'm a peeping Tom. So every look at it, peeping Tom. So I walk around, I look through the window to see how they conduct activities. Sometimes now you watch me, I'm talking all the time. But because it's an introduction, I talk. But if you sit down for 2 hours, you see they don't talk all the time. You can see me walking around, sitting down, and you notice the video, the class is quite chaotic, isn't it? Like no order, everybody is like, wow, and then you see the lecturer walking, and then students are all discussing and walking around. That is learning. That is learning. Learning is not sitting down and listening, that's all from there. Okay? So this is what we're trying to shift. I mean, it's hard for us to shift. We come to the mindset where we talk, you all listen. As he said, all must look at me. But nowadays, because the way you sit, it's natural for you to see the PowerPoint on this side. It's easier to see from the back because your position is sitting. It's not showing disrespect for the lecturer, but you're looking at it, you're listening and watching from there. So that's why we have this kind of surroundings. And you have all these walls as well for you to write, for you to have a discussion from there. We need that as well. Okay? So what I'll do today is you will have a hands-on experience. I do a mock-up experience for you, and you will be participating. I will not be talking so much. You'll be participating, you will do some activities, you will be involved in a lot of things, and this is the kind of model that you want your students to be having experience. Okay, so that's the best way to learn. Don't worry for me to send up the lectures from here at all. Right, so you'll be working as if, and then we'll take a step back at the end of the class, we see, okay, what did we do? How can we design our lessons in such a way that it is different? And how the students can be involved in that. So this is what my intention for today. Okay? All right, so you need to lock on. You need to lock on from there. Let me give you a bit of introduction, the rationale. Because it's a heavy investment, right? And I heard from them it's about 60,000 for each room. Ours, it'd be 60,000 Singapore dollars. So imagine from there. It's a heavy investment. And with 70 classrooms, it's about nearly $4.2 million we spent that way. Right? Rough calculation from that way. Okay? So it's a heavy investment. Say there must be some philosophical point of view. Why are we doing this? Do not forget about it, honestly. It's a lot of money from there. Why don't you just go back to normal classrooms, tutorial rooms? Okay, so let me go through some basic principles of why we want to do this. Okay, we are basically this is my agenda. You can see from here. Okay, what I want to talk is really things like this kind of ideas. You know, it's an oxymoron idea. Teach less, but you learn more. Right? This is some time ago from there, and this one was about quite old already, but it's still been used as a kind of philosophy for us. Right? Our purpose is not to teach a lot, talk a lot. I use the word talk less, listen more. As a lecturer, you talk less, but you listen to them. So teach less, learn more is a very good philosophy for us. We're using this philosophy, trying to tell us that we don't have to teach, they have to learn. The students have to learn. And they learn on their own sometimes as well. Okay, so this is a kind of various philosophy from there. And then we're talking about 21st century skills. We are moving away, everyone. From the schools, from primary schools, secondary schools onwards, I think in Malaysia, where all of us, the whole world is talking about this. No longer are those, you need to memorize information. The only information you need to memorize is www.google.com. That's all you need to memorize, right? You find information, tons of it. Don't need to memorize already. But unfortunately, our exams sometimes require us to memorize. Sure, kids, they need to memorize the multiplication table. It'll be very slow, it must be fast sometimes. So 2 times 2, 4, 2 times 5, 10, things like that. They got to memorize, they get used to it, but they can still learn the concept. Right? So as you go higher, for example, you ask you, what's the definition of demand and supply? Wait, google.com tells you answer from there. So honestly, we've got to move away from there. So the kind of 21st century skills. And what are these 21st century skills? You can see basically a lot of life career skills. We're talking about various kinds of learning environment, different kinds of opportunities from there. And this is another one example, basically 4 areas. we talk about digital age literacy, literally. I said, so much things are on the internet, you just have to know what is good and what is right, whether it's the correct information or not as well. Inventive thinking, effective communication, and high productivity. So if we are standing here and talk all the time, I don't think we will help to promote that. Okay, so we are moving into this area. We are moving into this area. We are more of a designer. That's why I talk about activities, designing activities. Right? We're talking about more as a coach, a mentor, guiding them, asking them questions, rather than giving them answers from there as well. Okay, so another big area, collaborative learning, a very big area now. When you work in the industry or in anywhere, there's always could be collaboration. You cannot work alone. Right? We always say small brains are better than one. Okay. The various learning environments, this is what I took from a newspaper. It says, lecture halls turn emptier as lessons move online. Actually, I think it's the case here. I walked around last night, got nothing to do here, just walk around. While lecture 18, lecture 19, lecture hall rooms, so many of them. And then they put down there, your lectures are recorded. Correct? So if I'm going to present a lecture first time, it's recorded. Next year, why must I come and present the same lecture again? My materials are really online somewhere. Then what do? You see that? So it comes a time, probably you have not created the whole repertoire of my 13 weeks, I don't know how many, 13 weeks of lectures. But if you've done 13 weeks of lectures, why do I come and repeat? Maybe. Probably if I want to change. So in the end, if it goes a couple of years, the lecture room data are all non-functional. You think students want to wake up at 8 o'clock? You think they wake up at 8 o'clock? Right? No. Right? It's online. It's online. And they can read, they can see, they can stop, have cup of tea, talk to their friends, can continue watching again. Hey, you're moving. That's why this is the issue. This is the issue. So probably your senior management will start rethinking. Right? Do we need so many lecture theatres or not? It's a big question. It's a big question. We are also at fault because we built our facilities at year 2000. At that time, online learning is not so much, video recording is not so much, so we have about 12 lecture theatres. Some big ones, yes, big ones we need for function, for prize awards sometimes, for opening ceremony, for concerts, we need that kind of lecture theatre for that, yeah. But the other lecture theatres, slowly we are moving away from there. But we can't change because it's a slope, it's hard to change that really. So we have to keep the big ones. The small ones, we are trying to experiment with different ideas now. So one of my ideas of lecture theatre is that, lecture theatre is all facing the front. My idea is that, no, the lecturer will sit in the center and the students are all around me. And I don't stand, I sit. The kind of things. And my projection is all over the world, all over the walls that way. Director says, okay, you want, but can do that, no problem. But will lecturers buy in or not? There is another big problem from there, kind of thing. So the concept of lectures are really different already. It's really different from there. Okay, because you have these facilities of recording your lectures, you can use it. Okay, so we are moving into there, and you can see people are budgeting quite a lot of money for IT tools, and then you have, see, this is our normal classroom, our lecture style. This is quite normal. Okay, let me show you then my video for this.
We are a national teacher education institute in Singapore and provide training for all teaching professionals. We are proud to be an integral part of the Singapore's educational service. In 2008, NIE embarked on a review of its teacher education program. In September 2009, NIE published the final report on the review initiative entitled A Teacher Education Model for the 21st Century. In short, TE21. The report aims at refreshing, updating, and strengthening the NIE model by putting the 21st century learner at the heart of our teacher education goals. 21st century teachers call for 21st century teacher educators. With the TE21 initiative being at the core of NIE's teaching strategy, it is imperative that the NIE teaching community meets the changing needs of Singapore's education system and the global education landscape. 21st century teacher educators have to role model a different pedagogy to promote the development of 21st century competencies in collaboration, problem solving, creative thinking, interpersonal communication, and ICT competencies. Traditional approach of didactic teaching and traditional setup of a classroom does not promote the development of these competencies. Hence, NIE has started an initiative to re-look into our teacher education pedagogy and to support this, to redesign our classrooms. The new collaborative classrooms are an initiative to create a learning environment for collaborative work. Firstly, all student teachers in NIE are provided with a notebook, and the room has the facility to allow students to connect their notebooks for power supply and to the internet through the campus-wide wireless system. No longer are tables and chairs arranged in rows facing the front. Now, student teachers are formed into groups, and this way it naturally leads them to have discussions and collaborate on projects. Instead of only listening to lectures, student teachers are provided opportunities to work in groups, discuss and share with their peers various viewpoints, solve problems, take notes on computers, access internet resources, and share their discussion points through the LCD projection screen. Quite often, each group will be assigned a different topic or problem to solve, thus enriching the student teachers' learning. To facilitate collaborative work, the room has writing surfaces on the four walls. Student teachers can utilize these to further illustrate their points. When they are ready, the student teachers will present their findings to the class, and their information can be broadcast to all. For follow-up action, their materials are posted onto the online discussion platform in our learning management system. NIE is in the process of redesigning our classrooms and shall continue to study the impact of these classrooms on teaching and learning. By end of 2012, all 70 rooms will be redesigned.
Okay, so that is the scenario that we had and what we did. Okay. Any comments from anybody? As I said, there was some time back, it's an old video in that way. And by 2012, yes, we have achieved that with all our 70 rooms. And notice, number one, our tables are a bit smaller. The company a bit small, but Singapore smaller. Everything is small, but yeah, space also not small, not that big. That's one thing. We wanted to have small because we felt that when you do group work, you must be quite 4 to 5 students are ideal. I mean, here is bigger, it's fine, it doesn't matter from there. You know, we also don't want to have passengers. You know, passengers. So we have this kind of philosophy. And when we design the rooms, we have why we do this because of TE21. So that is an overall scheme for us. Actually, I'm a Malaysian before I came to Singapore. So I know why it's like Singapore is very organized, must plan everything type one. Sometimes very bad. Cannot change plans after that. So we have a direction that we go, And then this is what the things that we are doing to help this direction. So one of the T21 is another thing is e-portfolios. All students are doing e-portfolios from there, a part of the initiative kind of thing. So as I said, there must be a trust that we believe that this is the kind of things that we want our students to work on and how to go about it, and we create the environment from there. Okay? So some of the things we do is we don't have such nice chairs. There are too many. What we did was we recycled the chairs. The chairs last time was grey. You saw the tables, or the same one. We just took the we took the frame. We just changed the shell to various colors. So the whole campus got 8 different color schemes. So they won't be so monotonous, the same old thing that way. So different color schemes from there that way. And you can see some quite bright colors. They say it's very kindergarten. They say, yeah, that's the fun thing. You enjoy learning in kindergarten, don't you? When you come to primary school, forget about it any other there. The kindergarten is the fun thing. They play, they do activities, kind of fun thing. So the kind of concept that we have colorful rooms. So when the new students come in, wow, the room is so colorful. So you get it's vibrancy from there. For us, it's vibrancy in that sense that way as well. Okay, and then we have whole thing from that way. Sometimes we don't have windows, so we have walls around from that way. And projection system. Your projection system is over here, ours is by there. So they have to purposely to present. And the idea is for you all to look at the screen to discuss. Because if you have only one person laptop, nobody can see what she's writing. So the only way is to put it up there. And you can exchange, come like, I got find a YouTube video, can show you, you connect it up, then everybody can see from there. You just exchange the wires physically from there. So that one to us was quite easy. I mean, impossible to have 40 points, 40 wires to go in, for all this, confusing from there, and very costly as well. Okay, so this is our philosophy, this is what I did. I presented in the conference, and then, so we connected up with this. Actually, I've presented this couple of conferences, and people are quite intrigued with this. Many universities are doing 1 or 2. We are bold enough to do 70. And our mother campus, our mother university, is the bigger one, they saw this, they adapted there also. They call it TR Plus. Well, must have a plus there. Tutorial room plus. Then they have this kind of environment. But being engineers, sorry to tell you, all very boring. And the colors and things they do, it's like very stiff. Like we are more arty, we are more colorful, we are more type of things, you know. So it's the environment. Their engineers, fine, leave it to them. They want to be like that, it's fine. Probably in the arts and design school will be different. So many universities all over the world are doing this. So you're not the only one. I think you're on the right path from there. Okay, all right, so we talk about that. So now the next thing I want you, can you get into your this one, your times, yeah, X space over here, this is my course, okay. You need to download this one called activity materials. Download this. Right, it's a PowerPoint file, it's a very small file. Yeah, some of you got it already from there. Let me give you instructions what you want to do first. Okay, this one is done. Okay. Okay, let's start. Let's take a step back. Can you think of a lesson you attended or you have conducted? Think about that one and see what is so good about this particular lesson. Okay, do you manage to download this one? Can you download it first? You need to download the PowerPoint. It's empty, a lot of space, nothing, just instructions for you to cut in from that way, right? So think back of one memorable lesson, okay, and what you attended so far, you conducted or you attended, right? What is so memorable about this? Share. This is talk about collaboratively. Share your life experiences. You have probably up in here about 100 years of teaching experience if I add up all together. There's lots of stories, lots of things we want to share. This is how we start off with sharing your experiences first. So can you go to the forum? You know it's a forum? Yeah. I think you attended my class before. I think he has attended my class before, isn't it? You attended my class session before, right? Yeah. Go to the forum, okay? The forum is over here. I got the AM group. Please go to the AM group, don't go to the PM group. This one here. Right? And you should share your story. See? Share your story here. Right? And then you just, reply from here. You want to reply. And then type your stories. Type your stories from here. And then post it up. Okay, I give you about 10 minutes to think of a story. Right. If you don't have your laptop, it's not working, one of you share, or you can type 2 stories if you want to, it's fine. Okay, so have some time, have some space and some time, reflective, keep quiet. Okay, done? All right, just quick, another minute, choose one of the friend's story and read. Anyone, just one will do, yeah. Okay, can you now look up? Let's have a little bit of conversation. Why am I asking you to do this? And what am I trying to get a point across?
Collaborative learning.
Collaborative learning, yeah. Okay, good. What else? Sorry?
Everyone gets a chance to say.
Yes. And you know, Asian students, hands up, hands like that. Correct? I'm one of those as well. Quite common. Right? But now, in the cyberspace, kids are different. I call kids. I really call them kids. Teenagers are different. They are totally different. They post anything without thinking online. Right? You know the cases, it came out also in the Singapore's newspaper about this NUS ex-scholar, the case as well. So this is a chance for them to explore, to say out the things which they can say. And also interesting is you have a chance to read so. And what else do I do? I mean, imagine, take a step back, I'm a lecturer here. I design these activities for you, so that you can talk about these kind of activities. There are a lot of pedagogical principles behind there. Right? One of those is that what we say is recall previous experiences before you teach something new. Like in terms of education psychology, we're talking about activating the schema and all the kinds of stories, a lot of theories behind there. But I have a chance to do it first. And they're all busy doing work. I'm not talking. And they have a chance to learn from each other from what they have seen from that way. Right? Second thing is that I'm using LMS, your LMS. And it's strange, you think LMS must be e-learning, must do at home. Not necessarily. We are pushing the initiative that your LMS, it can be used in the classroom, and it's a platform for you to keep your things, to do your discussions. They can come back and look at it again. So I'm using all this kind of facilities that you have. Nothing unusual. As I said, I come in with nothing. All the things are up on my LMS. After I show you some of the resources, I put it up there as well. And the activities are, yes, I designed activities for you all for that way. So I'm a designer of activities in the end. But my design activities has a point for you. Then we have a bit of discussion. Okay, now next one is that I want you to look at around this room. Look around this room, right? Let's look at what we use the word affordances. Okay, I'm sure many of you have a handphone. Now let's look at this. Affordances means the kinds of features, elements inside that will help us to do a function. And we must know the affordances of this room first before we talk about designing activities. So let's look at handphone. What are some affordances of this? I'm not advertising for Apple, sorry. Can use Samsung Tab, but I just happen to be using Apple iPhone, that's all from there. What are affordances? And it's a smartphone. Okay? What are the affordances for this? And what are good things that you can use it for teaching, and what are good bad things for use for teaching as well? But nothing is perfect. Okay, so example? Shout out, yep. Okay, good. We want to do that, yeah. Not a major function, but it can be done, yeah.
It's mobile.
Mobile, yes. You can take it anywhere you want. Small, right? Sometimes good, sometimes bad, but it's small. Can't be helped compared to a screen. It's definitely small. What else?
Connect to the internet.
Connect to the internet, good. Can make calls.
Search data anytime.
Search data anytime through the internet, yeah.
Can record your evidences.
Sorry, record evidences. Yeah, people say something or take pictures. Oh, sorry, I say it now. Take pictures, especially if you meet a car accident. You just do pictures with evidences, right? The day of my car was clamped. Then after getting the clamp, the security guard took pictures of that, to show that the car is not damaged after taking off the clamp. I said, hey, it's smart, huh? And now our parking ladies, we call parking ladies, parking aunties, they got camera. So you put, we have parking coupons. I don't know if you have parking coupons or not. Yeah. You have parking coupons, they take picture, parking coupon. They said you cannot bluff that my time is there. They have evidences that parking coupon is overdue by 1 hour, whatever is they pay you, ask you to pay a fine from there, kind of things. But they take pictures on their smartphone kind of things, and then they go there and download. So you cannot bluff. Right? So fantastic, right? Okay, now with these affordances that you can think of, what about your education with smartphones? What can you do or what you cannot do? What should you do or what should you not do from that? Okay. They can call you, help! What else? What in terms of education? What are the things, you said all those things, right? That you want, if you want to design something to learn on a smartphone or mobile phone, what you should be avoiding, what you should be encouraging. Any ideas?
Within the working hours.
Okay.
Nobody like to be disturbed.
Okay, right. You want to put a certain time. My office time, my virtual office time is such a time. The one you call 3 a.m., 4 a.m. And the kids are up at 3, 4 a.m. Yeah. Okay? So you want to put a time. It's very good. Yeah, it's a limited time because it's possible to use any time. What else? Okay, you are talking about mobile means anywhere, anytime they can be learning. Okay, that's one of the elements. So mobile, anywhere, anytime. Small screen size, what must you think of? Are you going to give a lot of text inside? Problem, right? It's very hard to read. You scroll left, scroll right, until they give up. Once it's difficult, they give up. Okay, now you say you got internet. Right? Internet means your design of the lesson such a way that there's a chance to go to lots of places, internet, see a YouTube video, see something, and they will like it from there, kind of things. Right? And when they have a handphone, anytime they're sitting in the bus or the train or whatever, I got an idea. They can record down the ideas. I mean, our inspiration, our ideas come at different times, at different places also. They'll be sitting in the toilet bowl, so, oh yeah, I got an idea. From there, I can write it down as well. Okay? So what we're trying to say is, these are the affordances of this phone. These are the kinds of things that you can use when you want to design education. Your lessons, your materials that you use it. Number one, avoid lots of text. Avoid heavy files, quite slow to upload, download kind of things. Right? You can do connections if you want to. You can do a lot of chatting. They love to chat among themselves, like a Twitter kind of things, I say something, WhatsApp, Oh, we love WhatsApp also. We all really love WhatsApp. We put us down there, a topic there, and then all friends come in and it goes down and it keeps on going. It's like chatting. So yeah. So if you design your activities around that, it'll be fantastic. But do not put text heavy, large screen, lots of things to read, kind of thing. But you are engaging them in terms of learning. Okay, so we're talking about affordances of an equipment, of a device, and how implications of this. So now your idea here is that we look at this one. We look at the affordances of this room, right? And I want, if you have this one, we just have to do is you click at this particular one. You should go into one which I created for you. Okay, it's getting on, one of us. You should be able to get to a Padlet, and okay, if not, you just have to copy this. Okay, this is a PM one, sorry. Okay. Go to the AM, you can copy this particular one. If it doesn't work, then you should be able to type it in, copy this, and go to anywhere here. You can paste it. Okay? And then you double click anywhere here to put your comments. Affordances of this room. And because the affordances will drive your pedagogy as well. Okay? Do it as a group or as a friend with partners. Doesn't everybody has to be one. Talk to your friend beside you. Right? Talk to your friend beside you and you can discuss, no problem. 3 or 2 also doesn't matter, put it down there. Double click it and then you type it from there. Now you can talk to your friends. Sometimes more brains, 2 brains are better than 1. Right? Share ideas from that way. Talk to your partners, talk to your, right? Copy what? The text. From where, sorry?
There's no this one. There's no how to get this one.
Oh, you go to PowerPoint first. Where's that PowerPoint here?
PowerPoint, yes.
Okay, this one here,
yes.
right? This one, copy C.
Copy
C. Copy C. Then go to any you use sorry.
What did you say? Brainstorm. Yeah. Yeah, you get to see what everybody's doing.
Yeah. You can also, alternative is either put your name or don't put your name. So it's up to you how you manage it. So you want to be anonymous, just don't bother putting names, just throw ideas. Then you don't have to feel so threatened that you can read my... Nobody knows what you're writing from there. But so that people write nonsense, this is nonsense, can delete it.
That helps specifically the introverts.
Yeah. And the introverts externally by internet, they are not. That's the beauty or there's a problem with our present generation. Yeah. They don't mind, they just throw all the kind of ideas. And this is where, especially creative design people, they are, lots of ideas, more ideas. I want 50 ideas. Wow, they just generate from there. Some of them are nonsense, it doesn't matter, but then what you can do is you can sort them up into this group, kind of things. It's up to you how you do it. Yeah. This is a beautiful software, and it's free. Yeah.
Are there instructions to create this type of a wall? Because I have no idea how to
create this one. The one may it is simple, very simple. The one I can show you later.
Okay.
I can show you. Maybe you want to how to create this one. It's quite easy. No, it's not. Yeah, but I do connections. You see my PowerPoint. My PowerPoint is that instead of pieces of paper for you, you can type in the address. You make mistakes. I do an empty PowerPoint. My PowerPoint all instructions from there, and just copy and paste the link. Do it. No, it's too expensive. No point. It's already available in the world, and it's free. Use it. It's just I go outside. That's all. Yeah. No point reinventing the wheel, and it's very difficult.
This is a good one. Yeah, fantastic. Paste copy. You can do paste copy. You cannot save.
No, this one is safe because I created it. It's safe on mine. I can see all this. I can show you after all the previous years one. Yeah. I think got a good point. I'll show.
Can you save permanently or temporarily?
Yeah, it's as long as your account is active.
You have a found it.
Yeah, but after some time you want to regenerate.
But there is a flaw with this application, though, because you have some people who are just pasting their comments on top of others.
Or you can just shift it. You can just.
Well, only the person.
I think I can as an instructor. Okay, done. Okay, let's stop for a while. A couple of questions. People are asking how do I create this one. How many of you are familiar with Padlet? It's a free software, right? And we like this. It's like post-it kit. Post-it. Just pop there. But the problem post-it is that after that, what happened to it? You just throw it inside the garbage bin, and that's the end of all the brainstorming ideas or science. This one has a record. It is kept that way. And I created this, and then it is so, it's free, right? And it's no need to integrate it into your LMS. It will be very expensive. Just create a hyperlink. I was sharing with them that, okay, I go back to approach. I use my PowerPoint slide. That is like my activity sheet of paper. I save environment. I don't even print out anything for there. Right? And these are all the activities I want you to do, and I control the things you want to do at the same time. Okay, so I'm teaching you all this one, and I'm taking back my rationale for doing these activities. Then you can understand why you're doing this. So this is a brainstorming. There are two alternatives, one with a name, if you want to, and they ask you for a name, then stroke, that's something else. Or you don't want to have name anonymous, they can post. Sometimes they can post different ideas, sometimes they post naughty things inside, you can always delete as this thing, but the peer pressure will push them and say, this is nonsense. But then the person felt it, okay, next time won't do it, without the name as well. So it's up to you how you're going to use it. And it's very easy to create this. So you just have to open an account from there, and I can show you the previous ones that we did. Okay, so this one, let's go to home page here. I'm going to log in first. I log into this one. Okay, so what you can do is, when you log on to it, because the other one I created is a different account, I forgot. Now, when you create it, you can collect all these walls, and you can use it for there. And you can use it, basically it's a brainstorming activity. But the beautiful part is that everybody can see everybody's comments from there. You put up here, you cannot see. And you can rearrange if you want to, rearrange into certain orders from there. Okay? So that's how we talk about, and you are all involved. As a lecturer, actually, I talk to people, I walk around and see how you're doing. And I told you one thing, talk to your friend. Talk to your friend. So no longer my tutorial class will be quiet, listen to me all the time. Talk to your partner, to your friend. And sometimes for boys, girls at this age, they prefer to sit next to a particular girl. Chance for them to talk to a girl, right? Why not? So there's nothing wrong with that way. So talk to a friend and then they start working together from there. So what we're trying is very collaborative kind of approaches we are doing. Okay? Any questions about this? So the affordances are, because of this, you are going to encourage a lot of collaboration. Okay? A lot of sharing. A lot of sharing of ideas. Your ideas are not kept by yourself and to yourself now. The more you share, the more you learn from each other. Okay? A chance for you to see over here as well. A chance from there. You have internet, you have laptops, use the resources of the world. This one is called padlet.com. Just create your own, use your email address, and then create a very simple to do, very easy, double click, and you just put a title, that's it from there. I think they use a lot of that as well. Actually, to me, it's such a wonderful thing from there. Okay, so you can ask the students, and the students, for them, no problem. You don't need to help them technically. I'm sure they will help you technically instead in that way as well. So let them go, let them go. Shy people don't talk in class, a chance. Right? They are very open on the internet and they're willing to talk and share ideas in the way. So I'm using the characteristics of the new generation of learners in this environment and how we work from there. Let us now have a bit of discussion on this. Okay. Okay. We talk about collaboration a lot, right? We talk about collaboration. Now, what exactly is collaboration? Okay. Now, I took this one. You can see for yourself. I took this one from a research idea that comes from an organization, and they're talking about collaboration. Collaboration is very important. Is making joint decisions together. That's important. So making decisions together means as a group, you come to a decision-making result. So that's called collaboration. But if I work on something, I ask her, can you please help me to edit? That's not collaboration. There's nothing, because this is my work. I'm asking her to help me to edit only. So that's not collaboration. I do my work, ask you, you check. No, when you do maths, you exchange and check. That's not collaboration as well. Okay, that is just like friend doing cooperative work, you want to share kind of things. But collaboration is as a group, you come up with a decision, you come with a product, joint product, everybody has a contribution towards it. Then it's called collaboration. So when you want to have something that comes out as a group, then you use collaboration. You just have discussion with partners and ideas from that way, sharing ideas from that way. So that's important. Okay, so it's even though many times you assign collaboration to students, they say you take on A, you take B, take C, take D, and they join together. But then you read, hey, A said this, B said that, C, D, it's all disjointed. That's poor collaboration actually. But sure, you can assign work for students to do, but yet they can't contribute together as a whole, so it becomes a whole piece that is sequential, that is coherent as one piece by itself. So that is what we mean by collaboration. Okay, so don't design activities that somebody can take A and B and C and D and all the stuff. Okay, so this is what we're talking about collaboration, and a lot of work has been done on that. Now, this activity too, I'm going to ask you, because of the way we talk about designing activities, if you're just doing normal tutorial activities, that's it, kind of thing, sure, you talk answers in that way. Here, there are some approaches. We're talking about problem-based learning. We're talking about flipped learning, right? Project-based learning, and using social media for learning. I'm not asking you to go and design that. So what I'm going to do is, there are 5 groups here. I want each group, maybe your group you want to share or something, like if there's enough people, to take one of these topics. I can assign as well. And you go deeper into that. I have templates for you. Okay? Say for example, if this group they want to talk about problem-based learning. You want to talk problem-based learning. If you go into the materials are already here. Okay, the materials are materials for activity 2. Okay, you are talking about problem-based learning. Please download this particular one. The template is there for you, or guiding questions for you. Problem-based learning, I'm asking you various kinds of questions from there. And you work out. You go work out. I give you a certain time to work out from there what you want to do. And the idea is that I'm trying to focus you on the issues, on the design elements, on the attitude of students, and so on and so forth. So the group on problem-based learning will be doing this set of questions given to you. Okay, you can type on it, doesn't matter. And at the end of this one, you will upload it into a discussion forum, and you are most welcome to next time to take it again from there. See, I'm keeping all the materials, not thrown away. You do a mahjong paper, you know mahjong paper, or butcher paper you call them, in the end just throw away. So you put it up, then your group will present to the class what is problem-based learning, some of these ideas from there. You understand what my instructions are? Okay, so each group will identify one of these. There are 5 groups, one group have a choice. Okay, so who wants to do problem-based learning? It's a kind of pedagogical approach when it comes to teaching and learning. Right? You want to try problem-based learning? Okay, so we have problem-based learning from there, taken already. What would you like to do? You want to do, I didn't do collaborative learning because everything is all collaborative learning here. Okay, what would you like to do? Flip learning? Right, sorry? Okay, social media. Social media, you do flip learning. Project-based. You have a choice, what do you want, anything. Flip learning, good. So flip learning, different than mine. Yours is what, sorry, yours. Social media, project-based, this one here. Right. And then you are supposed to share your findings, okay? Upload and share your findings. So go into here, the materials are here. Can you go and download according to which one you are using? Yours is Flip Learning PPTX. Can you download the one first? Social media, can you download the slides you downloaded already? Yeah. So you can use the wall. Now is the time for you to do discussions. You can see from here, right? So one person will be recording, the others can do research, right? Definition, what it is and stuff. So I contribute. Then somebody is a scribe to copy and all the stuff, and then you can just change things. So you want to, you can sit here. Actually, it's a better position here. You can see there, yeah. Yeah. So only turn your neck a bit. Instead of look at me, look at the back now. Okay. 5 minutes to present. Ask them questions also. More, not so much the content, but the philosophy behind this approach and why you're doing this on the stuff. You can use the mouse over here. Come. Somebody got to be do that. Arrow here. Yeah. Use this one. Yeah. Just click next. Yeah. So this is talking about flipped learning. Let's see what it's about. Okay, the others, please pay attention and listen to them.
Right, so flipped learning essentially is what you see on the board over here. It's, usually the normal way of doing things is we give the lecture, and then after that the students go back home and do whatever whatever homework they need to do, such as maths problems and so on and so forth. So this way is the students actually go home, they read the lecture or the chapters or whatever, and then when they do come into class, that's when they actually do the problems either in groups or individually. So the lecturer can come by and help out individual students or groups. So this is essentially what flipped learning is all about. Okay. So what the lecturers have to do is essentially it's a whole lot of pre-preparation. So we have to come up with the instructions, the guidelines, the notes, and more importantly the learning outcomes. So what are students going to gain from actually doing the work in class rather than doing it at home. And obviously we will need to upload the material, either the lectures and so on and so forth. The students, well, they have to read the material at home first, because if they don't read the material at home, it's not going to make sense in class. Class time is actually going to be pretty much wasted. And prepare whatever that they need to according to the instructions that we've given them online or so on and so forth. Is it possible? Yes and no. The yes is because of the technological advances such as the Wi-Fi, laptop, internet and all that. No, it could be because the students might perceive that lecturers are lazy, that they are essentially doing our jobs. Students also might not have the maturity to actually go home and read the stuff. So you might see this with freshman students who are not used to the fact that they have to actually do some work, and a lot of students might have the perception that my job to come to university is to sit and listen to the lecturer, and so that might be a problem. Also for the lecturers who are not tech savvy enough to get them to upload the slides and all that. And also some lecturers might find it hard to, how would you put it, let go and let the students do the work themselves and then be more problem focused in terms of that. And there would be a lot of extra monitoring by the lecturer as well, going to individual groups and stuff like that. We thought there might be an issue in terms of the flow. We might get slowed down in terms of the delivery of curriculum, but we allayed those fears. So those would be the biggest issues for introducing flipped learning. What are the implications? This one, we thought that you definitely need to have much more stringent assessment tools such as rubrics and all that, so students know exactly how they are going to be evaluated, assessed and so on and so forth. So we really need to pre-think about all of this. Effective way to gauge the students' understanding of topic. So when they do actually come to class and do problems based on the lecture and so on and so forth, we can actually realize whether they understand the topic or they don't. And if they don't, we can help them out more than what we might usually do. And there's going to be a lot more emphasis on the pre-planning of classes. A lot of us might have been lecturing for a very long time, so we don't really pre-plan. We just go in there, speak straight off from memory, and then that's it, class is over. So this time we really need to pre-plan what our activities are going to be like. How does the room support? Well, the facilities such as the AV facilities, the internet facilities, the collaborative environment in terms of the tables, chairs, and so on and so forth. And essentially this room fosters creativity. So I think that's...
Okay, Jess is doing problem-based learning.
Okay, problem-based learning is an instructional method of hands-on active learning centered on solving problems. And a lot of investigation is involved, and a lot of solution finding is also involved. Now the example that we have is from biosciences. Students could be given symptoms of a disease and instructed to make a diagnosis and also suggest treatment. Okay, and these are real life situations. Now, we have the problem and they come up with the ideas and they look for the knowledge, resource for knowledge, and then they also highlight on the learning issues and engage in a course of action and eventually solve the problem. And what do lecturers need to do? Identify problem triggers aligned to the learning outcomes and facilitate or coordinate the discussion and gradually increase students' independence. Now, we would not want to leave students, especially freshman students, totally on their own. I think initially we have to give them a lot of guidance and then guide them towards the right resources and other stuff, and eventually slowly wean them off to be more independent. And as lecturers, we would also have to conclude and summarize the learning points. What do students need to do? Analyze the problem, work collaboratively, find out what they know, what they don't know, and what they need to find out, look for the resources, define strategies and solutions, and eventually present findings. Possible? Is this possible? Yes, we are all for it, because problems are everywhere. And at this point of time, there are resources available to us at any time, anywhere, and it is the way for 21st century learning. And on top of that, Gen Y learners are learners who are constantly asking us, how is this related to real life? So we have to give them real life situations and problem-based learning. And implications, it would make learning more meaningful. We are prepared for real life situations, and we have problem solving skills, creative and critical thinking skills. But on the other hand, we have to make sure that information is accessible, and we need to see a change in mindset and roles of educators to let go and let the students handle their learning. And we also have to see a little bit of mind change with parents, because parents have certain expectations. Okay, what did your lecturers do today, right? And if they go back and tell them that we did everything, then there might be some questions arising. And we also foresee that there has to be a lot of change in pedagogy. Okay. And how does this room support the physical layout itself and the state-of-the-art technology that's available? And it also caters for all learning styles and multiple intelligences.
Okay, good, thank you. Any questions from here? Anything? Maybe I share with you some of the ideas behind this problem-based learning. There's one polytechnic. Polytechnic means you know what's polytechnic in Singapore? Means they have 6 years primary school, 4 years in secondary school. So at the end, 4 to 5 years, at the end they take the O-level examination, Cambridge, still with Cambridge, Cambridge O-level examination. And once they finish, they go to a polytechnic or they go to lower 6, upper 6, they go JC that way, right? So they go to polytechnic, and polytechnic is big institutions. There are about 5 polytechnics here, and they are doing a lot of real courses. Hospitality is one. Hospitality, nursing, para-law, is it they call it as well, paralegal, business, engineering, aerospace engineering, biosciences, all kinds of professional courses. The idea behind that, they finish 3 years, they get diploma, they can go and work in the industries. Or you get those who they take a diploma, they go to university. So it's a 3-year program compared to your lower 6, upper 6, a 2-year program. So a 3-year program, they go to these things, right? So, and theirs is a campus. So they're considered as higher Institute of Higher Learning, IHL, part of the university system. No longer schools. They don't wear school uniform, everything from there, that kind of things. Okay? So one particular polytechnic, they call it Republic Polytechnic, they use problem-based learning as their mode of instruction. So their philosophy is 1 problem a day. So 5 problems a week throughout the whole curriculum. I think it's a bit overkill, right? Who loves durians? Most of us love durians, right? I let you eat durian day and night for 5 days. You think you will eat some more? After that, you say, just forget it, right? So, but there is a philosophy, they do it, and they have their own infrastructure. And when they designed the polytechnic, it was a new one, they even have examination halls. The examination halls are all empty because no examination inside there. They don't conduct examinations there. So examination halls now are used as conference. For those who are having conferences, they can rent the hall. We rented the hall before because it's a whole fantastic facilities and nobody's going to use it there. So they use it. So the designers of the buildings did not think of problem-based learning. But they're still on for problem-based learning for many, many years. And you can see a lot of space all over the place where they can sit down in group and they work on the problems. So early in the morning they'll come, sometimes the problems are integrated. And then the lecturer will talk about the problem and all this, then send them off to do the problem-based. So wireless must be there, laptops no problem for them. Then they come back and they share what they've learned. Now, one of the thrusts of problem-based learning is learning concepts or theories or principles through the use of problems. I think you missed the point there. It's not so much a problem solving. It's learning the concepts, learning the theories, right? Learning the principles through using of problems as a scenario, as a base from there. That is the whole information. So instead of coming and teach lecture about your concept, your biosciences or your chemistry, they craft it within a problem. That to solve this problem, you must know the concepts. You must learn out this before you can solve this. So they learn the concepts. Problem-based learning is used very intensively in the medical school. I mean, you just don't learn heart by itself. Like heart is connected to so many other parts of the body and everything from there. So in the end, because our problem, the real life problem is, I say, oh, my heart pain. They check everything else. What? Okay, so it's all connected. So the problem-based learning comes strictly, actually, directly from the medical school. They do a lot of problem-based learning because the content is anchored around problem. Many types of content around it. So in the end, now the latest from our medical school is called cardiovascular. So heart and the lungs are all interconnected, or the blood, everything connected as one topic. Not says, oh, anatomy, the heart kind of things. It's all connected again. So based on the problem, we learn the content. So in our campus, we're learning, she was sharing with me about education psychology. We learn education psychology about theories of learning and learners, everything, based on a problem. And they got research funding. The problems, they're going videotape video case materials for there. And they use it for many years already because new batch of students coming in. And then they learn the theories through this video base. And it suggests solutions. They also solve problems, but they must know the theories behind there. So rather than teaching and lecturing theories, they go through this approach. So this is something for you to think about, and you can work on that. Okay? So you get one try and say. Any questions about that? It takes a team effort. One person, very hard. So you want to move this, is a major effort. Try small first. Try small, 1 or 2 topics first in that way. Right? Because crafting, if you want, I can have a lot of resources. My dean is a professor in problem-based learning. So he has written a lot of things from there. Okay? All right, any other things? Any questions?
Is there any courses that you cannot use problem-based learning?
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, there are lots of things we don't, it's not the method one and for all. Many things I can say that sometimes mathematics is not problem-based learning, it's application. Mathematics is very much into cognitive apprenticeship because, okay, mathematics. To teach you maths, I model my thinking. I go step by step. Am I right? I mean, you go back to school days. I teach you, okay, this is this. You know why I'm doing this? You are trying to model my thinking. That is the kind of approach mainly for maths. If not, if don't have this, you know, maths, sometimes think back to the old school days, our maths book got a lot of work examples, so many, but yet we don't understand. We don't understand, we cannot learn by ourselves. Then the lecturer explains, or the teacher explains, I see how you go from one step to the next step. Because he or she is trying to model his way of thinking and you're trying to learn. So it's an expert, you're an apprentice, you learn it from there. So you're modeling. So that is not good for problem-based learning. Problem-based learning will be sciences is possible. A lot of sciences are doing that from there. It could be your political science if you want to, because based on a real problem. Then you go back to history or things to connect from there. Yeah. So not everything is for all the content. No one method is for all content. Depends on the topic, depends on the content. You choose different methods from there. Right? Like your flip instruction, not everything is good for flip instruction. But the philosophy behind it is good from there. Good, any questions?
So the fundamentals, the theories and all should be still taught in lecture?
No. The fundamentals, the theories are all embedded inside the problem. Yeah. So embedded inside the problem. So problem is the anchor. We use the word the anchor from there. Then so to solve this one, talk about this, you need to understand the principles. I saw a class, pharmacy. They also do pharmacy for the polytechnic. I observed the class. They go and read up the materials. My problem with the problem-based learning is that one per day kind of thing, you know. They need some time to sit down, reflect, absorb. So to me, it's a bit too rushed in that sense. Yeah. I mean, one per week should be nice. Now, they also need time to read from there. Then they give them time to read, to understand the concepts before they can do. Right? But then they're good presentation skills. They have to present what you do all the time. So certain trade-offs here and there. Okay, next group 3. Group 3, who is having that? Where is your PowerPoint? Can you open the PowerPoint and present? Who is presenting? Oh, your group, yeah, social media, yeah. Can you get your PowerPoint up? Okay, while she's getting ready, let me ask you a question. What is my approach to this lesson, to this part?
How we incorporate it into using this case.
That's one thing. Good, yeah. Why am I asking to do this? Next question to guide you. Am I doing the same activity for all the 5 groups?
No.
Different. So in other words, I can have 5 different questions in this class. Right? So each group will have 5. Because your group is 5. I did only 4. Didn't think there were 5 from there. Okay? Number third thing. What do I do? I mean, what do I do? I mean, as a lecturer, because I'm trying to model the kind of things that you can do it in your sessions using this. What do I do? Now just say it. I mean, what was my role?
Facilitating the discussion.
I go around talking to people. I put a chair, sit down, and listen to you. I guide. I give directions. I ask questions. I explain also.
Yeah, and you individual problems.
Yeah. So I must be a content expert, which you're all content expert in your own area. You know the answers already. So in mathematics, there are 5 different problems. You know the answers, but you don't tell them. You ask them to go and find out for you, kind of things. Okay? Then what else? What else? Most important. I do this before I come here. I prepare my lessons. I prepare my materials. I prepare all the slides ready for you all. I can't wait to, and all the things are ready on the online, on the LMS. You just pull down, use it, guidance. Some questions are the same, some questions are different. Right? Questions about lecturers will be the same, about students will be the same. So you do that and then give them from there. And then you upload it up again. So this is the kind of approach that I'm modeling for you, that you can use it for your own sessions over here in that sense. Okay, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm not looking so much at the content actually, I want to show you that this is what I'm doing, and you all learn quite a lot within a short space of an hour, all the various approaches from there. You get me? So this is what I'm trying to model for you. All right, okay, quickly, let's go to the next one, social media. Who is presenting? Okay, social media, yeah.
According to this social media environment, where people used to create shares as well as exchange their ideas. So basically, over here we do have 6 types of categories where we include the social media, such as social networks, where we have used such as Facebook, LinkedIn, as well as ResearchGate, followed by blogs such as Twitter, and media sharing, where you use YouTube. Sometimes we use media news as well in order to share all those information. And then next, how can lecturers incorporate this approach? For example, they can incorporate the video clips in their lectures. So for example, they can show one video clip and from there they will get the comments as well as feedback from the students. So where it's more into an interactive learning, you see. And followed by creating Facebook page for each of the modules, such as, let's say, if they find it very difficult to communicate with the students via Times, they can create, for example, for my subject, chemistry, I can create a page of it so that, let's say, if the lecturer is going to hang out with some of the project-based learning, all those stuff, they can always interact with the students. Okay? And over here, sometimes we also can share the information as well as ideas with external students who are not from within Taylor's campus, which is from some other campus, okay? And the next one is what the students need to do to be engaged in the learning. So what they can do is they can prepare the videos as well as post it on YouTube for discussions, forums, or comments. And they also can share some of the information, not only in Facebook, they also can use blogs as well as Twitters over here. So here, they can share the clips, links as well as information that is not only being obtained from the internet but also from the daily life experience, okay? And looking into whether if this approach is possible, yes, it's possible because it is easy to communicate anywhere as well as everywhere, and it has the flexibility. There is no any conventional classroom required, and more of that is interesting for the students, and it's getting the updated information that is available, okay? And it also not possible because it's limited by the number of lectures that we have. Sometimes we have more number of students to be handled with, okay? And not everyone has the tools, and sometimes we do also have some limited access to the internet, and the validity of the information that the students are obtaining, so we don't know how accurate it is. And sometimes the students also do misinterpret the information that they have obtained, okay? And followed by what are the implications for the university over here? Definitely will increase the reputation of the university. So since we are more into the educating by using this 21st century skills, okay? So definitely we will get more student number over here, okay? The next one is how does this room support the form of learning? Definitely we do have the Wi-Fi internet connections, creative sitting arrangement, connection to the monitors, availability of other tools such as whiteboards, okay, and allow the instant as well as constant discussion in the rooms.
Okay, good. Any questions to ask her? Okay, if not, thank you very much for this. I thought that was quite fun. Right? Using Facebook for teaching and learning is also one of the many things people are using now. Not only for social interaction, but people use that a lot. People using a lot of Twitter. I don't know, I thought Twitter is only for pop star. I follow the persons only. But now it's like communication. I saw my teens are using, wow, 50 followers. They are all like, no, they just tweet anything, they would just tweet. I mean, it's like crazy for me. But that's what they're doing, right? So if you want to join the group, you just Twitter with them as well. And it could be questions and they answer, replying. It's just like discussion forum, but discussion forum is a bit old style. They're using Twitter, use Facebook kind of things from that way. Another one, if you don't use Facebook for this, is Edmodo, which is a discussion forum kind of thing, but Facebook interfaces, but not Facebook. Okay, there's also another one, the particular software from there. Most important is you are trying to connect with the learners. Okay, so not for everyone, 200 students is very difficult unless you go by tutorial groups. Though their own tutorial group is easier to manage from that way. All right, good idea from there. All right, next one, project based, number 4. See, so cool, I just press number, that's all. You can sit and let's see everywhere. Yeah. Project-based learning.
Okay, we are going to talk about project-based learning. Basically, what is it? It's a creative and critical thinking process resulting in better solutions. I think so are most of other types of learning styles. But I think project-based learning to us is more of it's more student-driven. We are given a process where the students ask questions, search for answers, and arrive at conclusions that leads them to construct something new, for example, an idea, an interpretation, or a product. So, in most circumstances, the outcome is observable and tangible. There is a product at the end of the project. Lecturers need to facilitate the environment and the opportunities for creative thinking. So, what they need to do basically is to ensure that the project is carried out and the product is, at the end of the day, the product is developed. The lecturers will provide support and moderate the student-driven projects. Again, I think the more important thing is that the project-based learning is very student-driven. Okay, facilitators will create project ideas and to engage the student interest. They need to diverse professional development opportunities, including internal tools and external tools. Alright, what does the student need to do? The student must have prior knowledge in subject matter before working on the project. Meaning to say they need to know the subject matter at hand. Okay, and then they need to embrace shared values and responsibilities. They need to do much more than just remember information. They will need to be independent, take ownership of what they're going to be working on, again self-driven, express and learn in their own voice, because what they develop they need to present at the end of the sessions. And they are empowered to make decisions on certain areas of the project. Is this possible? Definitely. It enhances skills and competencies and the habits of the mind, changes their mindset in many ways, focused and concentrated on specific subject matter in diverse model of experimentation and exploration. Then on the flip side, it is hard to include authentic audience. The timing of these projects between facilitators and the students, there could be a mismatch of input between academia and industry, meaning to say it could be a real life project might not be able to be used in the classroom, or there could be a mismatch of understanding between the two areas and the significance of the content, some of the reasons why it might not be possible. What are the implications of project-based learning for this university? Appropriate scaffolding to set students up for success, means there must be that proper structure and way up to complete the projects. It encourages 21st century learning methods which are essentially is implemented in our TGCs that reflects on lifelong learning skills, so pretty much aligned to what we are doing. Project-based learning supports vertical and horizontal collaboration, which can be used at all levels and can be collaborated between different modules in different levels as well. This room supports freedom of interaction and discussion, voice and choice, conducive for discussion due to the rounded circular layout, cater to students with different learning styles, very appropriate, especially because different students have different ways of engagement and getting involved in the projects.
Okay, good, thank you. Question: can you incorporate project-based learning into your curriculum? Think. Can, but does project-based learning need to be very long? There's some project-based which is very long, 1 semester long, 1 year long kind of things that way. Right? Can you use it for 1-2 weeks kind of thing? Yeah. So don't think of a big project, that big outside classroom, but means your topic will be on project-based, then whatever topic you're teaching will craft it into a project you have to do, and then incorporate all the ideas that you have. So this is a brainstorming exercise over here, and you guide them, you make sure they're on the right path. That's all from there. Right? So this is a great place actually for project-based. Problem-based, same thing as well. If you do problem-based, they're not too sure. They come here, they look and discuss over here, and then you guide them, you ask them questions. So these rooms are suitable for this project-based and problem-based. Okay, so it doesn't have to be that long. So choose one topic if you want to, a small topic first, which occupies 1-2 weeks kind of thing, and then they work on it on a project. It could be tourism project, it could be a medical project, but I know in engineering they have a 1 semester long kind of projects. They design, develop, they build, they do a prototype kind of things. That one is a bit different. It's a longer thing, one semester long and one, it tends to be 1 year long as well possible, final year project they call it every way. And also we have that. So many, like our institution, like our postgraduate program, this is teacher training. We don't have exams. All project-based exams, all projects only they do. They could be designing a lesson. There is a designing a lesson, right? They could be creating something, and most of the time it will be lesson. They're creating a video of that, a lesson. They create teaching materials. So all kinds of projects they have to do. So no exams for the teacher training component. The exams are in the physics, chemistry, biology, maths kind of thing. They want traditional, and the exams only sometimes 50%, sometimes 70%. The others are all project based as well. So not everything is examinable. Okay, great. Okay, last group, they are doing the flip instruction. Flip learning.
The same as what our presenter has said just now. It's a form of blended learning. Well, Taylor's now is actually moving into blended learning. And in this type of learning, we see students learning new content by watching videos, lectures. Usually they do this studying at home. And when they come to class, normally they do the homework there. This is now done in class, the teacher providing personal guidance and interaction with students instead of lecturing. So it's rather a reverse instruction where the students learn a topic at home and then they come and do the homework in the classroom. Okay, this was taken from Wikipedia. Yeah? Okay. What do lecturers have to do? Lecturers basically they have to prepare the instructions. Yeah, they have to design the scope and the questions so as to guide the students and tutor the students in class to apply the knowledge gained outside of the classroom setting. Okay, when students face difficulty or problem, the tutor is there to help them or give them more guidance. Okay, the bottom line is here students are actually, they act as facilitators. And okay, what do students have to do? Okay, students study the topic by themselves in the sense that they've already given the topic, they go back and they just do the learning. So when they come to the class, they're more prepared. Okay, they can do this by using video lessons prepared by the teacher. And apply the knowledge by solving problems and doing practical work in classroom. Essentially, the students need to prepare for his or her class and then apply knowledge in the class. Okay, is this possible? I think yes, we believe it's very possible. Reason being so, students are responsible. They take responsible of their own learning. Time limit to complete. No time limit to study something. They're given the time frame. You can study at home anytime, anywhere. Okay, it gives time to reflect on what has been read and allows them to use various applications to complete their learning. They work in a group work, and then it's also challenging. It motivates them, and then it helps them with the correct questioning techniques, and also it is also, we do not much sort of spoon feed them. They become learners. They have got their own schemata when they come to class. We just help them with the scaffolding. Okay, what are the possible implications of flipped learning? More efficient way of gaining knowledge. Students become more proficient as self-learners and take responsibility of the learning. It incorporates lifelong learning. That's with our TGC, one of our TGCs, right? Okay, and students enter class with knowledge as they have done their homework and research pretty much earlier. Okay. How does this rule support flipped learning? It's non-threatening. I think it's creative. Facilitates flipped learning through use of laptops, etc. We have got the sitting arrangement, the chairs, and all these add-ons to it, yeah. And also facilitates application of knowledge through case studies and group discussions.
Okay, thank you. Okay, more or less the same. I talked to them a bit about that. There are some advantages. I think, I don't know what's her name, she told me that she's doing law, and then because of tourism, they have international students. And then international students have problem listening to like language, English language there. So I say flip instruction is one of the better ways. The students, if you go to normal lecture, it's 1 hour. And then within an hour, you must understand everything gone. But if the 1 hour is recorded, they can go back and copy the words there, a PowerPoint, and put a translator into Chinese, into whatever language they want. At least they get some idea. But the amount of time will be longer, but they can do it their own time. You cannot do it in the class time. No time for that. So that's why it allows from there. And I'm also talking to him that most of the lectures now are going to be recorded. You have the raw materials ready. But please don't show flip instruction 1.5 hours of video recording. The students will kill you. You need to do some work with that. Splice it up. Make it into 5-10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. According to your topic, according to your PowerPoint. Then you have some activities for them. But basically, is that you learn on your own. Independent learning. Many of you are postgraduate students before, masters, PhD. We do this all the time, right? For the masters and PhD programs. I mean, this is quite common. You go and read article, the lecturers will go and read article with you. They'll kill you. You read article before, come and discussion, argue, things like that, or explain certain sections, and that's it. That kind of thing. Right? We don't want to teach content already anymore. Unfortunately, our students here, as well as many places, they come from the school environment, is not. The flip instruction was studied is the other way around. You come to school, you don't do your lessons, you do your homework. You study outside class time. 3 p.m. in the Starbucks cafe, you can study. So if you want to do this, it is possible, but to be fair to the students, you need to cancel off the lecture time. I mean, fair lah. You add on, you don't take away something, it's not fair. So you must be changed. So you want to try 1 or 2 lectures first. Don't try too many. Just slowly grow from there. Students are not ready, lecturers are not ready. And there is a problem everywhere. Even for us also, it's a problem from there. But we have what we call e-learning. In Singapore, to prepare emergencies, like SARS, we had one time. Some schools closed for 2 days. Don't come to schools. E-learning. But teachers come to school. Students don't come to school, e-learning, and there's certain time they go live. Okay, you must come to my class at, let's say, 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, whatever time they have, and they will do some work. They prepare materials. So every school has LMS. So that is the whole idea. And they have e-learning week or e-learning days. Last time we were 1 week, but it was a bit too much, so they go 1-2 days. At least it's an exercise they have to do every year, just to prepare in case any time, any kind of disaster they will strike. Like say, for example, haze. It comes out so bad for 1 whole week, they cancel schools. Then the schools are all prepared for that. It can be very low level, just teacher talk a little bit, questions, activities, quiz, go to this side, small things of that way, but at least you're preparing for that kind of thing. So it's possible. All right. Okay, now take a step back, as I mentioned. The approach I'll be using for this class, I give 5 different problems or 4 different problems for you to solve. You're working as a group using all the facilities. Right? I don't do much lecture. Of course, all these materials I know, I don't need to do this thing from there, but it's good for you. And you learn from each other. Okay, upload using LMS, a lot of technology support from there.